You know, I can't emphasize enough how much I think this joke has already run its course beyond belief. Heyo, hiyo, everybody. Inferno here, back with some more Tangle Tower. When we last left off, we met the fellows? We met one side of the tower, and I believe it was the side of the fellows. We saw the crime scene, and we talked to a bunch of people, and now I have a favorite character in Fifi. I mean, Dendi. I mean, wait, actually it was Fifi. Um, so far. But yeah, we're going to continue the investigation, investigating the right half of the tower, and then seeing just what people have to say. Yeah. I don't know how long this is gonna go. We might even just finish the game. I hope something happens. Anyway, so yeah, let's just jump right into it. Let me click into the damn game because I'm not good at this. Anyway. So yeah, let us begin. Once again. Alright. I want to take a look again at this,
What is that?
I think it's a family tree.
I want to look at the family tree again. Okay, so, right. So, Fiona is the heir to all of this.
Freya Fellow.
The murder victim.
She's barely related to the main family at all.
Poppy Pointer.
She's half Remington and half Pointer.
Do you think she still lives here?
Right, we haven't met her.
Flora Remington.
We met her. She's one of the suspects. Felix Fellow.
We met him. He's one of the suspects.
Oh no, is it gonna be that? Fuck! No, stop this!
Fitzfellow. Half fellow, half Everstone.
Do you think he still lives here?
So we haven't met him yet, but I think they were mentioning him a bunch. Oh, don't you be buffering? Oh, jeez. Was it buffering a little bit, or is it fixed now? I do see that I have some drop frames.
Primrose Remington.
I always liked the name Primrose.
Do you think she still lives here?
Jesus fuck.
Percival Pointer. He married into the Remington family.
Do you think he still lives here?
I do like this attention to detail with like the with how you can see the these emblems representing the families and how they get combined whenever they marry with different people.
Penelope Pointer.
Half Pointer, half Brackley.
Do you think she still lives here?
So we haven't met a bunch of these people yet. What do they gotta say to Richard again?
Richard Remington.
The one and only.
Anyway. So that being said, I do remember though, even though we've investigated a good chunk of the left side, we still have one room that's missing. And I also did not get to check out this area outside here. So we're actually gonna do that first before actually going into the right side buildings. Oh, hello.
There's a metal plaque on the bench.
Is there a message engraved on it?
I think there was at one point, but someone scratched it off.
Oh, I wonder why.
A pointless little stone tower.
I don't know. Might be a good hiding place.
Want to play hide and seek?
I could be persuaded. It's a big stone dais.
Biggest one I've ever seen. First one too.
It's a big stone dais.
Biggest first one too. Looks like it might be about to fall apart. Grimoire, you go first. A little bridge leading back to the gardens.
A giant glowing gemstone full of plants.
AKA a greenhouse.
You ever see a mushroom that big before?
Not in real life.
Bushes. These plants are giving off a relaxing smell.
Oh no, hey, did this smell like chloroform to you?
I didn't know we were supposed to be smelling things.
It's important to smell things.
It's Tangle Tower. Or at least it's the mansion at the base of Tangle Tower. It's Tangle Tower. Or at least it's the... Nothing there. Nothing there.
Okay.
Is that a clock?
If it is, it's a clock with 4 faces.
Oh ho?
I'm guessing it doesn't tell the time.
So what does it do?
Rotate the dial in the forehand to in the correct position. Oh. This one... They're all like, interconnected. Guessing, I don't know if we would have all the, clues for this one. More just because we don't have any hints towards this.
No.
So moving any of the hands turns the adjacent hands in the opposite direction. It's like cogs on a machine.
I guess that's wrong.
Did you work out what direction each hand needs to be facing? Each one ends with a little hoop. Try looking through the hoop and ignoring the rest.
Oh. Hmm. Three. 9. I see. It makes 12. They all make, okay. I think I got most of these right. I just need this one to be down. Yeah. So close. There we go. Wait, no, wait, fuck. Okay, let me reset this.
Reset the puzzle.
Well, that is original.
I got it.
Nice.
I'm impressed. What's in the box?
Open the box!
A little tool thing? Looks like a telescope.
Smooth out? Okay, good.
But I'm not actually sure what it is.
Small lens. A small brass tool with a curved glass lens. It has a screw at the base. It's actually a sniper scope. I'm kidding. Alright, let's talk to this person. Whoa.
Whoa. Nice cape.
You're not fellows or pointers. I'm sure I shall immediately regret asking. But who are you, and what is your business here?
I'm Sally, and this is my sidekick, Grimoire.
A private detective, Grimoire.
Really? You're a detective. If this is a joke, it's not a good one.
Who are you, anyway?
Private Detective Hawkshaw.
Oh.
Nice. Hawkshaw's a cooler name than Grimoire. Maybe I'll become her sidekick.
What the fuck?
You're not on the Freya Fellow case, too, are you?
That is classified information between myself and my client. Clearly, this is something which eludes you. But a real detective refrains from handing out informations to persons unknown.
Oh, right.
Now, if you would, I have work to do. It's not in my interest to discuss personal details.
Even if you're one of the suspects in a murder?
Very well. Let us make a small exception. Ask.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm on a case at the behest of my client.
How long have you been at Tangle Tower?
133 hours.
Okay, you can.
5.5 days.
You can.
Who are you working for?
I am not at liberty to answer that.
Yeah, call
Now,
that one.
I shall permit you one more question.
What crime are you...
How'd you get that scar? It's cool.
You really think so?
Wait, yeah, come on. Can we talk about the scar?
As it happens, I completed an examination of Flora's room on the morning before the murder. I've been investigating every single room at Tangle Tower. Hers was one of the last on my list.
Did you find anything unusual?
Nothing but a thin layer of dust and an atmosphere of somber melancholy.
Was Flora in there at the time?
She spent the duration of my search staring up at the sky, out the open window. Didn't say a word, although I'm told this is the expected behavior.
What did you do after that?
I spent the early evening searching the library. It took longer than it should have. Fiona leaves that room in a permanent state of disarray.
Fiona was in the library too?
I expected her to make an appearance, but she did not.
And you stayed in the library the rest of the day?
Not quite. Towards the early evening, my examination of the library was unexpectedly disrupted. Sounds of running, wailing, shouting from several floors above. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared. He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. Our eyes met. He was breathless. Something had caused him great alarm. He told me to stay out of the way. I consented. I decided to return to my office in the stone square. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. She was clutching the banister of the Pointer staircase with an apprehensive manner. She wished to know where Professor Pointer had gone. I told her what had transpired. Then, she too crossed the hall and disappeared up the fellow staircase. More so than at any moment prior, I felt like quite an intruder in the house. I took my leave, out towards the stone square. The grounds were silent. There were no signs of human life. Even the greenhouse was without its typical inhabitant. I noted that he, too, must be entangled in whatever was conspiring in Fellow Tower.
Tangle.
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance. He spoke to me of what had occurred. His report was as clumsy and cumbersome as the man giving it.
Did he seem upset?
He was rattled. That much was clear. But sorrowful, mournful, I cannot say.
Okay. Let's show some peoples.
Quite the stoic statue, isn't she? I can only dream of being as cold and indifferent as Flora felt.
She's hiding something?
Perhaps. She has some strange habits. I heard she barely sleeps. An hour here or there, sporadically. Spends the rest of her time staring up at the sky.
Me. She's basically me, like every other day, not sleeping. Unless it's that one Saturday where I was just sleeping the whole day. Okay.
Did you get anything useful out of him?
Not sure. What about you?
Nothing worth committing to paper.
I think he knows more than he lets on.
Probably. But talking with him is so tedious. Considerably intelligent, and her powers of observation are enviable. But she has no ambition. No focus.
In her defense, she's still a teenager.
Barely. $314 cases solved.
Oh, cool.
314.
Wait, I gotta hear that again.
314 cases solved.
300?
And 14.
340.
Freya Fellow is of great interest to me. I perceived her to be the most intelligent individual here at Tangle Tower.
More so than the
Within a
biologist.
day, she had identified for whom I was working and for what I was searching. I didn't know how she did it. I was impressed. I regret that I did not question her more thoroughly when I had the opportunity.
You couldn't have known she was about to be killed, though.
I have only myself to blame for failing to perceive the signs.
What signs?
I do not wish to do your job for you, detective.
Alright, let's do all of this shit.
Tangle Tower. No idea why they insist on calling it that. It's not even a tower. It's little more than a pair of turrets stuck on either side of a mansion.
Have you searched the whole place?
I believe so. Why?
He wants to know if you found any secret rooms.
I'm afraid the residents of Tangle Tower are far too ordinary for anything like that.
Bet!
I was disappointed too.
So you haven't found any visible signs of the
You
answer.
truly consider this a case file?
What's wrong with it?
No organization, no system.
That's my style. I like seeing everything laid out at once. Yeah, it helps me think.
How quaint. Where'd you dig that up?
It wasn't buried. It was underwater.
Someone trying to conceal evidence, perhaps? Have you deciphered the meaning of those 4 symbols on the harp?
We're working on it.
That's a no, then.
Have you?
Conveniently left anonymous. It's useless until you can prove to whom it concerns. Can you do that?
No.
No. Makes quite an impression, doesn't it? Although I can't imagine why she painted Flora wielding a knife.
It's
You
not
didn't
a
see
knife.
a knife anywhere in Flora's room, did you?
I did not.
It's
I
not a knife.
conclude whatever stabbed Freya must have been brought into the room from outside. Unless, of course, it was the painting itself.
Surely you don't believe in that kind of thing.
A detective's job is to examine every avenue of thinking. A somewhat cumbersome device, and an altogether inefficient way to listen to music.
What kind of music do you like, Hawkshaw?
I like anything.
Oh?
What a cop-out.
What was that about? Why did she hesitate on that?
I believe that was in Flora's room yesterday, but it was not cracked when I saw it last.
Wanna explain it?
You got it open. I'm impressed. I managed it myself yesterday.
It's not that
I
hard.
thought Flora might be hiding something in there.
Hiding the
It was
what?
empty yesterday, too.
It was. Perhaps it's always been empty.
Hiding the what?
Paints?
Yep.
Paints.
Mm-hmm.
What? What?
The paint is still wet.
Yeah, well, we know Freya was in the middle of painting when she was killed.
Do you know that? How? Because you were told? These figurines remind me of a case I once solved involving a possessed doll. Turned out to be a bit of a smokescreen, as these things often do.
Your life sounds fun. Grimoire, why don't we ever have fun adventures like that?
Are we not having a fun adventure right at this very moment?
I'd tell him not to quit his day job, but he hasn't got one, has he?
Damn.
When did Freya draw the picture of you, Hawkshaw?
I didn't model for her, if that's what you're asking. She must have done it without my permission.
Could just be from memory. It's not quite as detailed as the others anyway.
That is true.
A photograph of Freya could be important.
Why am I... It says I'm dropping frames again. Was there a bit of lag? Just let me know if there's a bit of lag and I'll like slow down and wait for it to like chill.
I admit, it's powerful. Freya was a talented young woman.
Someone even liked it enough to take a photo of it.
Now, we don't know why they took the photograph, do we? Perhaps they just wanted it for reference. A book from the library. One of hundreds, no doubt. What makes this one special?
It's about birds.
Yes, I see that. A diary. Have you read it?
Not yet. It's locked.
And you haven't attempted to force it open?
That would be cheating.
You can't. You're not allowed to cheat on these puzzles, Hawkshaw.
Does Flora still own that bird? Do you know?
Don't think so. The drawings are from a few years ago.
I see.
This belongs to you, Hawkshaw?
Correct.
And, what is it?
It's my handheld microscope for up-close investigation work.
What do you magnify with it?
Trace particles, dust, oils, clothing fibers.
Have you used it here at Tangle Tower?
I have. I used it to examine the greenhouse only 2 days ago.
What were you looking for?
That is between myself and my client.
Yeah, figured. Fair enough, fair enough. I wish he would elaborate a bit more on some stuff, but whatever. Okay, so let's see if we can get into the greenhouse. Nice. Okay. The greenhouse. Oh my god, what the fuck, dude? What's this?
A little chart of, actually, I have no idea what it's about.
Let's take a look-see. Huh. I'm gonna write that down. Ironically, in the same type of notebook that, that Grimoire uses. It's interesting, because, actually, let's click on this, too.
Kinda reminds me of a periodic table.
Anything else?
Kinda reminds me of a periodic table.
Greek letters, I think?
Beta Alpha. I can't remember what the trident is, and this is either... I think this is Phi.
Greek letters, I think?
Let me just quickly write this down. I don't remember all the Greek letters off the top of my head, especially when they're lowercase. I do recognize Omicron. Yeah.
What do you make of it?
Not a whole lot. Hanging baskets. They're so high up.
To you, maybe.
You're only 2 inches taller than me.
2 inches makes all the difference.
Huh.
Is that fruit?
Too shiny to be fruit. I think it's glowing a little too.
Safe to eat, do you think?
I'm gonna say no.
Bug.
That's a handsome beetle. Looks like he might have magic powers.
What? I mean, in the last game, we did see, like, a metal insect or some shit.
Bags of soil.
It's so blue.
Tools. Used by a gardener. For gardening.
It's glass, but I can't see through it.
Total oxymoron.
I am not. This one's in a little pot.
Okay, that is definitely not edible.
It looks like a gemstone, don't you think?
Ooh, evidence. Potted fruit. A potted fruit with a hard gemstone-like skin. The soil in the pot is an unusual blue color. Interesting, interesting.
It's bigger in here than I thought it would be.
Okay, let's talk to the mystery man.
Sally, don't move. We're being watched.
Yeah, I see him. He's a little too big to hide in the bushes. Is anyone going to say anything? Or shall we just stand around staring at each other?
Right, sorry.
Sorry.
That's better. I'm Sally. And the guy hiding behind me is Detective Grimoire. Who are you?
Fitzfellow,
Oh.
the gardener.
Mm-hmm. And why are you so tall?
I don't know.
This guy better not have some fucking amnesia shit. I don't know, the way he's speaking right now.
You work here as the gardener.
I don't get paid to do it. It's just my area of interest.
What's the deal with the plants? They're all kinda weird.
Right. Did you see the lake?
That giant green and purple lake surrounding the entire house? Yeah, I clocked it.
The color is just a byproduct.
Of what? Poison?
It's not poisonous. Not to you.
What's this got to do with the plants?
The water controls all life, just like anywhere else on the planet. Clouds form, rain falls. The water grows the plants, animals eat the plants. Anything you've perceived as an irregularity is simply a result of this hydrological cycle.
Could you say that again, but like, condense it as if you were talking to a slightly stupid person?
Our lake water causes the unpredictable alteration of DNA. Sometimes.
Alteration? Like mutation?
That'd be the official term. For us, it's normal. Just nature.
And you're the local expert on all this stuff?
No. I'm just the gardener. I was in my greenhouse, watering and weeding.
Sounds exciting.
Was anyone else around?
Not at first. Penelope came in a little later. She likes looking at the flowers, I think.
Did you speak to each other?
A little, not too much. We both left the greenhouse in the early afternoon. I went up to my room. Then I came back outside to weed the main gardens. Didn't see anyone else. After that, I went up to the garden outside my room.
And?
Let me guess. Watering and weeding.
Right.
Did anything happen to you yesterday, Fitz?
This guy kind of sounds like Grimoire, but it's slightly different.
I was up in the rooftop garden. It was quiet. And then, it wasn't. I can't describe it. Could have been a scream, but it didn't sound human. We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
We?
Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that? Flora's room was locked. That's normal. She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Nobody responded. We became concerned.
Wait, wasn't there a
kicked the
door on the
door
floor?
I did. Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back. Flora was there too, but I barely noticed her at first. Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too. Penelope arrived shortly after that, with Felix in tow. I thought that was odd. You don't normally see the two of them together. Felix took charge. There was nothing else I could do to help. I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything. I found her pacing back and forth around the stone square. When I approached her, she snapped at me. I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
Wait, this guy voices Dojima in the fucking comic Jump? Man, that guy's voice is great. Also, so we have a decent idea of, like, the people to enter in the crime scenes. That's pretty interesting. Hopefully I can remember a statement for, like, later, but, it'll be a bit hard. I still haven't met the other fucking suspect still.